Big King man. Listen, y'all like, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. So y'all can get the next video as they come. And you know I'm coming like a tsunami. All right. Now, beautiful news. The Africans in America investing $300 million in Uganda. Facts. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing to make them GDPs jump. You see what I'm saying? In our own land, y'all make it jump, for Christmas and over here or whatnot. Valentine's Day and all that. Invest some money into your own country. You see what I'm saying? And the African kings, they say they'll rather get the money from their own people instead of, you know what I'm saying? Because they cutting them off. They going over there. They wanting to have all kind of little, conferences or whatnot, trying to ease their way back in. You see what I'm saying? But the Africans is not having it. You see what I'm saying? That's why they were dealing with the Chinese, so they ain't have to deal with the white boy. Now the white boy out there. But it's a beautiful thing to see the Africans in America. You see what I'm saying? Investing that money. That's just like when we invested in Ghana. I think it was like 1.9 million in like 9 or 10 months. Billion in like 9 or 10 months. But if you go look at it now, it's 6 billion. What is that saying? We still investing. You see what I'm saying? Go to Africa. Get you some land. Get you some property. You see what I'm saying? The air tastes different. You see what I'm saying? It's actually clean air. You see what I'm saying? So, but just being able to be in that position to be able to do that. And then, like I said, nobody never gave, I know the African Americans, that was born in America, they never felt their home here. Period. Because United States made sure, we didn't feel at home. You let us know. Y'all are foreign people. Seeing us off the rip. You see what I'm saying? So when they did the year return in Ghana, you see what I'm saying? That was the first time somebody ever gave the African Americans props on anything. Just, I'm saying, like, showed us some love. Because we, like Dr. Clark said, we feel like we the lonely nation away from home. We the only ones, you see what I'm saying, that ain't, okay, we phenotypically African, we black or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? But everything else was stripped totally. Stripped totally. It's certain stuff that we do, you see what I'm saying? That's African, but the African Americans was hit the hardest, man. You see what I'm saying? We was hit the hardest with that mental and with the physical. You see what I'm saying? During the slavery time, so we were stripped of our Africanness. And being able to refine, you say, yourself as an African again, you see what I'm saying? It was like the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I'm just going to be real. Because without that, ain't no telling where I be and what I be doing. You see what I'm saying? Might not even be on the right track. But see, investing money in Africa. So they sent the delegation from, a black delegation, sent it to another black delegation, say, look, they want to buy, improve, not only improve, but build hospitals, build roads. You see what I'm saying? Build development, housing and whatnot. So you see what I'm saying? So, because it's land far as the eye can see. But I want to play this clip and then we'll continue this little dialogue.
I am so overjoyed with this story, and I definitely wanted to share it as, as a point of encouragement for all my African American family and just all my African diaspora family, to say that you don't need to wait for any, government to invite you. You don't need to wait for any, the African Union or any international organization to pave a way for you. You can group, you can organize, and you can make a difference. And I'm also speaking for our African brothers and sisters who are doing well, come together collectively. And I know this is happening in silos in different countries, but now we need to, like, Kenyans need to come together and invest in Zimbabwe, and Zimbabweans need to come together and invest in Gambia, etc., because this story has actually totally blown my mind. So a team of African American investors arrived in Uganda recently with plans to invest 300 million US dollars. That's more than was even given by this UK US, I don't know, like some of the deals that were made with the UK DK Africa Summit. But this is more than a lot of even countries are giving particular nations, and yet they're lording it over them. And this actually comes to 1.1 trillion Uganda shillings. I don't know if it's shillings or dollars, whatever, but 1.1 trillion. So that tells you it's a lot of money that's going to have a massive impact in Uganda. I absolutely love this. What? Shout out to this team. So they were led by a head of delegation, a gentleman called Mark Anthony Hernandez. And, they entered the airport, etc., and they were received by someone called Kigozi. But basically, what Hernandez said is that what we are focusing on this particular trip is healthcare. We have a neurosurgeon investor on our team who is interested in setting up a factory for cardiac transplants in Uganda and offering services in other ways. Whoa! What? This is, first of all, $300 million? Like, you just rock up like African American family to the government of Uganda? I'm telling you. Don't the scriptures talk about this? How people will be lending to nations and all this stuff? Anyway, and then he said they were also interested in the real estate sector, and they were going to focus on putting up commercial and residential estates. Hope they'll be nicely mixed with Ugandans and diasporans and African Americans. Just, we don't want to create, these little communities of neo-colonial. Anyway, let me go.
You right, though, sis.
Oversay things. But they said that, and after that, they were also going to be like, they also went to look at the business environment, and they said they would actually be expanding to other sectors, and they would be rallying more African Americans to join that team. So I think it's like, I don't know if it's some kind of investment club or investment group, but they were going to expand. And you see, they got in touch with someone in Uganda, said, we have this amount of money we want to invest. The Ugandans were like, super happy. And in fact, this guy, I think he's from the party of Museveni, NRM, he's called Kigozi. He actually said, when we discussed with this group, they said the government has done enough opening up doors to them and are looking, and they were now looking at what they can do for the government and the people of Uganda. This is exactly what enticed me to bring them to Uganda, because they are not looking for free things. And he also said, they preferred this partnership because it was different from when Western nations come, because Western nations, and these are not even my words, this is, so you can see there's many woke people across Africa, but he was saying Western nations usually come to Africa with this white savior complex. So they're lording it over everyone. You know what I mean? They're coming there like, you're poor, you're diseased, and I'm here to save your life. Instead of seeing like, you live in paradise and I want access to this paradise, so let's partner together, So he was
and truly, that's what it is. Because Africa a damn paradise. That's just what it is, man. They just don't promote it that way. They promote it as a war zone in the jungle or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But, you see, the king said he would rather for us to come over there and invest instead of them little other people or whatnot. Definitely not them people. Yeah, they don't even really, it ain't even worth taking their damn money. Because it's always an asterisk attached to this. It's some kind of string attached when you take some money from the U.S. or Europe. That's my word. But you see, the message is global Africa. Period. So you got investment, and I told y'all that. And I told you got investment groups out here. You see what I'm saying? That you can invest your money in and start to get your bag together so you can go. And live. You see what I'm saying? It's yours. And you see all the kings of Africa is opening up the doors for the whole diaspora, for whole global Africa. You see what I'm saying? And once we do this, man, we gonna have to make some sacrifices. You see what I'm saying? It's a sister over there right now. I forgot the sister name. She said if you, what was she? She might be in Ghana. She said if y'all want to see mama, y'all better come to Africa. Meaning she done left her kids like I ain't coming back. So whenever you ready to see your mama again, you gonna have to come over there. You see, so we gonna have to make some sacrifices, family. But once we do this, man, once we do this, you know how like, we look back at Dr. Clark and Dr. B and them and be like, ooh, they ill. That's how the world gonna look at this whole generation. They be like, yo, 2019, between 2000 and 2019 and beyond, but 2000, the decade of return. They done it. Say, you know what I'm saying? That's what the elders is saying right now. Like, yo, they done it. And I keep saying that because it's true. You see what I'm saying? It's amazing, man. It's amazing that, because if you could look back, you see what I'm saying? And everybody they had for 1 minute, they had the Africans in the Caribbean and the Africans in America and the Africans in Africa arguing amongst one another. Now we done threw all of that aside, majority of us, and now we linking. And now we making the world nervous and making it, because they starting to feel surrounded. They know we the most people on the planet, period. You see what I'm saying? And what they never wanted us to do was identify as Africans. And now that we done that, the majority of us that got sense, you see what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to move to Africa, but just be a part of this global movement going on. You see what I'm saying? Go online and start looking up organizations in Africa, investments in Africa. What else I get? Anything, just start, because that's the day. That's the day. That happened this morning. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's just a beautiful thing to be a part of it, investing my own money. And have been for a long time. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, when I touch down in Africa this time, I ain't going nowhere. That's my word. Everything else, I'm being inside Al Kibble line, watching everything else on TV. That's because once I hit Africa, I ain't never leaving. You don't never need to go nowhere else. For what? Don't nothing look like that on the planet, man. I'm just telling you. It look prehistoric. Don't nothing look like that on the planet. So, in Africans around the world, man, let's see here, man. Y'all know what the plan is. The elders set the tone 40 and 100 years ago. We got it. We got the world watching. All we got to do is keep pushing forward. Invest that. Get your bag together. Invest that money. You see what I'm saying? And then we going to go and start going online and start, because like the crib's cheap. Something you might pay over here $1,000 for, you get that shit for $300, $250 in Africa, my nigga. That's just facts. You see, it's a cheaper way of living. It's more safe than listen, the safest 6 countries in the world, top 10 safest countries in the world, 5 of them in Africa. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the rest of everybody else. You see what I'm saying? So Africa is a safe place. Don't let them sit up here and think that everybody running around with machine guns on trucks. That's just not true. I never seen that once. So I'm coming right back, family. Y'all make sure y'all get that bag together, because we got to stay on this global Africa, man. We communicating worldwide, and that don't mean we gotta all be together every day. We just gotta be here, have the same idea, moving in the same direction. That's facts, family. Jah Power, y'all like, subscribe, and share. Be right back.